Good evening, everybody. Late Night Crypto Talk. Going to get started in a second. Bitcoin Brandon, Late Night Crypto Talk. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday evening. Wait, what? Yeah, Tuesday. Forget my day sometimes. Good evening, Barbara. How you doing? Good evening, Cy, Jeff, Karen Greer, Lance. Interesting day today. What's going on, Oscar from Spain? Mary with a long drive home. I know how that is. Anything new and exciting happened today? I know in the United States it was a big day for the SEC. What's going on, Christy, Cy, Erica, Rashawn, Lashana? What's happening, everybody? You guys must be on Facebook like 24/7. You get that message, I'm doing a live immediately. I ain't gonna lie, so am I. What's happening, Mike? What's going on, Andrew? Cindy? You guys watch the news today? C-SPAN? We had a lot of movement today for crypto. You got flooding up there, Jeffrey. What info are you looking for, Cy? How you doing, Steve? Shane right. Good old notifications. Hey guys, as well. I forgot how to do it, but you can hit a notifications tab where anytime I go live, you'll be notified. There's a feature that allows you to do that. Because I don't have a set time when I go live. My day is fluid. I don't like living on a clock. It's whenever I feel like it. And also based on how business is going. But I've got some good news to share tonight. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right. The first news, I mentioned it this morning that we're going to cover is from the NFL. NFL players have a new obsession. Bitcoin. Who would have thought? Well, anybody that's got money and they're always looking to invest, I mean, it's going to be natural that Bitcoin is going to come up as an option. Especially with NFL players that like to think outside the box. They like to go to Silicon Valley. And that's smart. You know, 70% of sports professional athletes go broke within 10 years of retiring. 70%. So it's smart that they want to invest. So let's see, what are the NFL players doing here? The NFL is one of the most lucrative sports franchises in the world. NFL players are among some of the highest earning athletes on the planet. The NFL Super Bowl remains one of the biggest live sporting events on television. I didn't pay attention to all the commercials like I normally do this year. Did you guys see any commercials that had anything to do or mention of Bitcoin? I think I heard maybe one or two of them kind of mentioned Bitcoin. Star players sign multi-million-dollar endorsement deals and live the celebrity lifestyle for the most part. In recent times, it would seem that the NFL has also caught the Bitcoin fever. The popular cryptocurrency seems to be becoming a big part of the locker room talk for many NFL stars. Speaking to CNBC, Seattle Seahawks cornerback Richard Sherman says Bitcoin has become a thing of great interest for NFL players. Much like the greater majority of new Bitcoin followers, the cause of the interest lies in the astronomical growth of the currency. In December of last year, the price of Bitcoin almost broke the $20,000 mark. It was a remarkable 12 months for the cryptocurrency that started the year at below $1,000. Reacting to the unprecedented growth of Bitcoin, Sherman says many NFL players have begun to take notice of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market in general as a viable investment market. According to Sherman, the majority of the discussions are centered on trying to obtain clarity about cryptocurrencies in general. Oh, you see that? Clarity. In other words, they want education. They want to know what's going on. He says players are trying to understand the mechanics and dynamics of the market. Questions like how do cryptos differ from stocks? And whether there are physical coins. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a question? Lord knows crypto education is needed. The most dangerous part about crypto is that you got people with money that want to dump it in the space and they don't understand it. Actually, you know what? What's more dangerous is people that don't have money, that pull out their life savings and dump it into crypto and don't understand it. That's more dangerous. You see why we're leading with education? You know, and I forgot to say this. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving any financial advice. I read the news, I share my opinion, and I give suggestions, and you take that information and do your own research and make your own decisions and consult your own financial advisor on what to do. I live by a code. I call it my prime directive when it comes to cryptocurrency. Rule number 1 is never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 2, always get your ROI as fast as possible, and everything else is house money. You never lose from that point. Even when you lose money, you're still ahead. And number 3, have a financial plan where you want to be in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year. And stick to the plan. Don't get distracted. It's easy to get distracted in this space. And I've been saying this since September last year when I first started to invest heavily. And I say heavily, I started with $100. And for all of those businesses that have either went out of business or they got run out of the United States, or they got cease and desist orders on them, if the people followed my prime directive, you would not have lost any money. In fact, if you were involved in anything for at least 60 days, you would have made your return on investment back. And everything after that is house money. It just blows my mind because I always say this, I guarantee you're going to lose somewhere down the road. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where or how much it's going to be. but you will lose somewhere. This is the investing world. This is how it is. You have ups and you have downs. You have bulls, you have bears. And your education will help you to navigate, to minimize your risk. So it blows my mind when I see people come, they're on YouTube making videos talking about they lost their life savings, or they lost their house, or they lost their car. I'm like, what in the world were you doing? Nobody told you to do that. You took a gamble, you took a huge risk, and you lost. If you won, you'd be on there sitting in front of your new Lambo or brand new mansion, which is also not smart to do. One thing about me, you don't see me flossing like that. Especially in the crypto world, nobody's going to know how much money I got. Wish somebody tried to kidnap me or something. Not happening. All right, so let me get back to this. The NFL stars. They lack education. They are asking, are there physical coins in Bitcoin? A major contributing factor to the interest being paid to crypto stems from the desire of players to maintain their financial success even after retirement. Well, duh. It is common to see players employ the services of hedge fund managers and financial advisors who help them manage their investment portfolios. It's going to be a sexy symbol for you to talk about you've got a portfolio. And I'm not talking about stock portfolio. I'm talking about you've got a crypto portfolio. What's your portfolio look like? What coins are you invested in? That's going to be the topic of parties and meet and greets and stuff like that. The interest in Bitcoin. Oh, wait. Let me go back. For his own part, Sherman isn't new to Bitcoin, as he is an early adopter of the cryptocurrency. As early as 2014, he had already started accepting Bitcoin payments for his merchandise on Amazon. Sherman is also a spokesperson for Robinhood, a cryptocurrency exchange and trading platform service. Apart from being a spokesperson for the platform, he also owns COB coins, the native cryptocurrency of the Robinhood platform. The 29-year-old star cornerback is currently recuperating from a ruptured Achilles tendon injury that has ruled him out for the rest of the season. He spends his free time trying to improve his knowledge, there you go, of the cryptocurrency market. That's what I'm talking about. Every day you got to be learning. If you're going to be a professional at anything, the learning never stops. You always want to be a master of your craft. See, for me, in this stage of my career, my craft is cryptocurrency, and I want to be a master of it. That's why I read so much every single day. I want to master my craft. The interest in Bitcoin by NFL stars hasn't been without its own fair share of controversy. In December 2017, the story of retired NFL running back Darren McFadden of the Dallas Cowboys suing his financial advisor for fraud made headlines. Apparently, McFadden's FA had diverted about $3 million worth of Bitcoin investment that would have yielded up to $237 million in potential profits based on the price movement of the cryptocurrency. What? I didn't hear about this. The suit alleged that the funds weren't invested in Bitcoin. Ooh. And as such, McFadden missed out on huge gains. Ah, I see what's happened here. McFadden fired his FA claiming fraudulent power of attorney documents. So, I don't know the details on this, but what happened is it looked like he gave $3 million to his financial advisor to invest in Bitcoin. The financial advisor didn't do it, and the price of Bitcoin shot up to $19,000 in December. Had the financial advisor did that $3 million worth, McFadden would have had $237 million in profits. Yeah, I'd be a little pissed as well. But you know what? Don't give it to your financial advisor to do it for you. See, in the crypto space, you have the power to do it yourself. That's on you, McFadden. The one thing about financial advisors, they don't really believe in crypto yet. And he just assumed that the financial advisor, I know he probably thought the advisor was like, this football player that don't know nothing gave me $3 million talking about putting in Bitcoin. He must have lost his doggone mind. I'm going to put it in where it's something that's safe. And as a result, dude lost $237 million of profit. With professional athletes looking for ways to safeguard their financial resources after retiring, investment options like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will become a viable option. If cryptocurrency markets are able to emulate the performances of 2017, it is likely that more interest will be focused on the market. That's a lawsuit he ain't going to win, though. I don't see how he's going to win that unless they had a contract said that this $3 million is earmarked for Bitcoin specifically. If not, he's not going to win that case. All he can do is fire his manager, to get his $3 million back. And right now is when he should buy. Because he'll make more money now than he did when he bought it in December. He's going to get more Bitcoin for $3 million today than in December. In fact, let's look at the market. Let me hit the refresh. CoinMarketCap.com. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see. The markets are green. They're all trending up. The top, all 100 coins. I have never seen this before. Every single coin on the market is green. Every single one. Yeah, Mike Champion, you're right about that one. Somebody, his office is going to be visited, taking a loss like that. But every single one is green. And we're not surprised. People were panicking the last couple of days. Oh my gosh, it's the we told you the Empire was going to strike back in 2018. We told you it was Star Wars Episode 5. But all they can do is throw rocks in the river. They can't stop it. It's temporary. This has happened in this cycle for the last 5 years. You didn't lose anything. The only way you lose is if you sold. And I'm tripping by people that I thought should know better that started panicking. And I'm like, what are you guys panicking for? This is buying season time. I personally didn't believe it would ever go below $10,000. I didn't believe it would. Now it's all the way down to, think about those people. When it was at 18,000, 19,000, people were like, oh man, I wish I could afford to buy some. Hey, it's at $7,600 right now. The only way you lose is if you sell, hold on to it. It's going to go shooting right back up. All right, let me look at this this article right here. Black Monday shows Bitcoin isn't as dangerous as regulators claim. Black Monday. Man, that was Bloody Monday yesterday. Yesterday is going to go down in history. The worst or the biggest single day fall in stock market history. And it happened within a matter of like 15 to 30 minutes. While Donald Trump was giving a speech talking about how great the stock market was doing. I thought that was hilarious. Now, the news had a side-by-side. They had Donald Trump speaking on the left, and on the right, they had breaking news. The stock market dropped 1,500 points in 10 minutes. People were freaking out. They didn't understand why, what was going on. They thought maybe did we get attacked? Was there a war going on we didn't know about? No, what it was, guys, it was the Autobots, the traders. The auto traders were doing their thing, and they were reacting to each other without human intervention. The one thing that I saw on the news today, they said that the circuit breakers didn't kick in. That's what they need to investigate. Why didn't the circuit breakers kick in to stop that? But it happened so fast, and it wasn't humans doing it. It was the computers that were doing it. And then it shot back up again today. So let's read this article. Black Monday shows Bitcoin isn't as dangerous as regulators claim. Looking at mainstream media headlines over the past few weeks shows a lot of columnists and pundits have declared that Bitcoin's bubble has burst. They do that every time. They always claim that it's a much safer investment in traditional investments like equities or the stock market, while at the same time highlighting cryptocurrency's volatile price swings. However, on Monday, February 5th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, wait a minute, that means today's the 6th, tomorrow's the 7th. Oh, my little brother turns 40 years old tomorrow. I'm going to mess with him. All right, however, on Monday, February 5th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped more than 1,175 points, losing more value in one day than the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem over the past 6 weeks. That's ammunition, ladies and gentlemen. When these clowns out there are running their mouth about how volatile crypto is, the stock market lost more in one day than the crypto market lost in 6 weeks. Crypto can't touch what the stock market lost in one day. It lost all the gains of the past year in one day, 15 minutes. They called it the Black Monday of 2018. It was a Black Monday on February 6th. Wait a minute. Monday was February 5th. Oh, okay, typo in this article here. When both global stocks and the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, oh, okay, I understand. It was the 6th for the rest of the world, and other parts of the world, while it's still the 5th for us. So, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and a good portion of stocks worldwide, this was a worldwide event, plummeted at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time. More so than the drops during the 2008 economic crisis. This is why I almost panicked yesterday. Not because of crypto. I almost panicked because of the stock market. And the panic wasn't because I was losing money in the stock market. It was because, personally, I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet because I have a game plan of what to do, not if, but when the economy collapses worse than 2008. I already have my own personal financial game plan, and it's in place right now. I'm just not there yet. I'm not ready yet. So I'm like, man, just give me 6 more months. 6 more months, and then you can do whatever you want to do with the stock market. Because there is going to be a run on the bank. Things are going to get crazy. But anyways, it was the worst. It was worse than 2008 economic crisis. Yesterday's stock market dip broke records, not only bringing up memories of 2008, but the day was also very similar to other Black Mondays of 1929, 1987, and 2000. However, mainstream media is not so quick to call the stock market slump a crash, a bubble pop, or even a death spiral. Yet the Dow lost more value, $300 billion, than the entire crypto bear run of 2018 in one intraday. Now, why is that? Why is the media not calling that a bubble pop? Why didn't they call it a crash? They were reluctant to even call it a flash crash, and that's what it was. But Bitcoin dropped 30%. Oh, the bubble's popping. The jig is up. Everybody's losing their money. You even see they're saying, since they always want to call nobody in cryptos, the only people in crypto is using for criminal activity. You think they said the criminals just lost money in crypto? No. But they want to call it a bubble in crypto. But the biggest crash ever, and they don't want to call it a crash or a bubble. Bias. Don't believe everything you see on TV and read. In addition to the grueling stock market madness, the financial publication business, you know what? You know what I was waiting for as I was watching Donald Trump? I got flashbacks of 9/11. Flashbacks of George Bush in the elementary school reading a book, and his aide came and whispered something in his ear that we're under attack, Mr. President. And the look on the president's face. I was waiting for somebody to walk up to Donald Trump in the middle of his speech and whisper or hand him a piece of paper, because he was running his mouth about how the stock market is on a rally right now. It's the greatest thing because he's in office, while it was having the worst crash at the same exact time. I was waiting for someone, we need to pull the plug. But I think they were afraid to do that to Donald Trump. You know, and he would have said, I don't care what the facts are. This is the greatest stock market rally ever because I'm president. Yeah, I expected that, but it didn't happen. They told him after the fact. So in addition to the grueling stock market madness, the financial publication Business Insider reported and stated money was pouring into crypto during the stock market's sell-off. See that? The Dow started to nosedive at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and 20 minutes later, the entire cryptocurrency capitalization, according to CoinMarketCap, spiked 7% 1 hour later. That is huge news. See, what happened was, when the stock market crashes like that, the wealthy they're selling to put their money in a safer place. And one of the places they put it in was crypto. They felt crypto was a safer place than the stock market yesterday. So cryptocurrencies got whacked alongside equities last week, explains the report on Monday evening. But Monday's continuation of the stock market sell-off appeared to send some investors to digital currencies in search of a safe haven. Karen says, my sound is coming in and out. How about the rest of you guys? Can you hear me clearly? I haven't moved. I haven't shifted at all. Yesterday, BTC markets tumbled 20% in 24 hours, reaching a low of $5,900, which shaved 18 billion USD from its market cap. The following day, BTC markets have rebounded considerably, back above the $7,200 price territory. All right, I'm going to stop right there for a second because I want to take you guys back. Let's go back to July and August and September of 2017, when we got excited when the market went up $100 or $200 on Bitcoin. Can you imagine what our reaction would have been if the market was at $5,900 and the very next day it jumped up to $7,200? We would have lost our freaking minds on social media. In fact, I know for a fact because that's exactly what happened last year. Go back. Facebook records everything. Go back to when Bitcoin had crossed the $5,000 mark and then it shot up to $7,000 and $8,000. We lost our freaking minds. Now, it shot up from $5,900 to $7,200 and we're just like, when is it going to get to 14,000 again? Whatever. It's still too low. I'm losing money. That excitement won't happen again until probably it passes the 15K mark. You're going to start seeing us getting all excited again. The Dow average took another hit during the opening bell on Tuesday, losing 500 points, but has since recovered much of the morning loss. However, the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and a vast swath of traditional investments still look unsettling. The Dow is showing some slight recovery, but many other mainstream investment vehicles are still nurturing losses. Moreover, European stock markets are declining rapidly after U.S. and Asian markets were routed. Now, mainstream media have no problem saying Bitcoin is dead, but they think twice when it comes to the global stock market. Over the past week, mainstream news outlets have had no problem calling Bitcoin markets dead and that it will never recover. There are at least 7 new editorials per day stating that Bitcoin is done since the beginning of January. See? The FUD is real. The empire is striking back. putting out information like that. 7 articles a day. There's no hesitation towards telling the public that the dream of cryptocurrencies has come to an end. And many columnists are telling people to sell. You know, that's market manipulation right there. You got the media telling everybody it's dead and to sell your coins, and you wonder why the market's going down. Why? Because most of the people in this space are uneducated. And they hear something like that from the so-called trusted news, they react to it. See, for myself and my business partners, fortunately, we are educated in this space. And we see through the BS of the media. It doesn't matter what they say. We know what's going on. Think back. The media called Windows and email and the internet a joke that wouldn't take from the public and wouldn't last. I mean, what is it like to always be on the wrong side of freaking history? On Tuesday, February 6th, mainstream media's outlook on the stock market is gloomy. But there's not that many, if any at all, editorials about the stock market crashing or the stock's bubble has popped. The only ones calling the stock market dead are the lesser-known conspiracy-like publications. Mainstream media pundits wouldn't dare shake the market with headlines, because that's true. You know, if they come out with headlines, this is the hypocrisy of it. They know the power they have. If they came out with the headline saying that the stock market crashed, the bubble has popped, it's over, sell, that they know that influence would cause a mass hysteria and sell-off in the country. They know they have that power, yet they have no problem doing it on the crypto space. And then they turn around and say, see, we told you it was going to crash and the bubble was going to pop. You caused it. That's the problem I have with people in authority. In their effort to want to save us from ourselves, was what they say, save us from predators, they get involved, stick their nose in it, and they cause the very thing that they claim is going to happen. They cause it to happen. And when it happens, they then say, see, I told you. I told you it would happen. So, mainstream media pundits wouldn't dare shake the market with headlines saying that traditional markets are in a death spiral. But with cryptocurrencies, these same news outlets could not care less about spreading FUD among the crypto investment crowd. The truth is, stocks, bonds, equities, and nation-state issued currencies can suffer from extreme volatility. Some nation-state currencies are so worthless, people weigh bags of cash on scales rather than counting. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I haven't heard something like that since the 1800s. You're weighing because I mean the dollar right now is like it costs 15 cents to create a $100 bill. Toilet paper costs more than the $100 bill. Moreover, stock markets can cause significant disruption to retail investors, and way more than the digital currency ecosystem governments warn everyone about. Stock market crashes can collapse an entire housing market. Banks close in record numbers, and in some cases, there can be a run on the banks. This week, U.S. regulators mentioned the dangers cryptocurrencies could bring to retail investors during a congressional hearing, but of course, they failed to mention that regulated and centralized markets can be even more dangerous. Yep. Hope you guys learned something from that. I'm looking at the time because there is one more article here. The SEC and the CFTC. And it was an important day. I'm thinking maybe holding this off till tomorrow morning. Nah. What do you guys think? Should I go ahead and cover this now or wait till tomorrow morning? and just devote the entire time to this article tomorrow morning, because this is something that does need attention and time given towards it. SEC and CFTC hearing more legitimate ICOs, or if there was no Bitcoin, there would be no blockchain. Huh. Steve says yes. Jay says yes. Go ahead. Money doesn't wait on us. You're right. You know, things could happen before tomorrow morning. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and cover this. I don't know if this happened at about 10 a.m. 10 a.m. this morning. The head of the SEC and CFTC went before Congress, and the entire topic was about cryptocurrency. And it was interesting listening to it. Oh, I like that one. It says it could change by tomorrow. Someone wants me to talk about cryptogenics. Wait until tomorrow morning. All right. Yeah, all right. I'll wait till tomorrow morning. I will put the link to it if you want to read it tonight. But I'll wait till tomorrow morning so I can give this full attention. And I'm sure there'll be another articles out as well I can covering this topic. The only thing that I'll say about cryptogenics, because we are still, you know, it's not even in pre-launch yet. Not even pre-launch yet. It goes in pre-launch next month. But there's so much excitement behind it. And the reason why is because we are solving 3 major problems that people have or that people want and need in the United States. Now, understand cryptogenics is worldwide. If you have internet access, you can be involved. It is worldwide. But particularly, it was designed for the United States because we have been treated as a red-headed stepchild in the crypto space, getting beat up all the time, and regulations and the government preventing us from joining in on the rest of the global community when it comes to cryptocurrency innovation, the ability to take advantage and make money in this space. We are lagging behind some of the rest of the world. Even with as much banning that's going on in China, the Chinese people that's involved in crypto are doing better than the Americans are. They figured out ways around it. And it can't be stopped. But the number one problem in the United States is that we now have more than 40% of the population has been exposed to Bitcoin or has heard about it. Almost half. Yet less than 5% actually own any Bitcoin. Less than 5%. So for those of you who think that you're here too late, you are still at the beginning. You are still an early adapter of the whole cryptocurrency movement. And out of that less than 5% that own it, less than 0.5% of those are educated on it. They're like McFadden. They've got money. They go to their financial advisor and say, yeah, put money into this crypto stuff. But they don't even have any understanding of what it is or what it's about. When you got NFL football players that want to drop $20,000 in Bitcoin, and then they ask the question, is it a physical coin that I could hold? You've got to be kidding me. They definitely don't know what a Bitcoin wallet is. They don't know what an exchange is. They don't know what a blockchain is. They don't understand the technology behind it. So the education part is necessary. It is needed. It is not luxury. You cannot be in this space and have long-term success without the education. You might get lucky and make 6 figures. But if you keep going, you're going to lose more than the 6 figures you started with. So yeah, we are bringing education to the place. Cryptogenics is going to have an educational module system. You're going to have Bitcoin 101. You're going to learn the basics of Bitcoin. And unlike other platforms, we wanted to do it a little differently. We know how people learn. So we're doing it via video so that you can watch the freaking video. A lot of people don't like to read. We're going to have intermediate educational videos. We're going to have advanced videos. You're going to learn about trading. You're going to learn how to trade. You're going to learn how to set up a trading account, how to fund that trading account, how to purchase other coins, how to get your wallet set up, whether it's a hard wallet, a web wallet. You're going to learn all of that, a desktop wallet. You're going to learn what the USDT to BTC means, what ETH to LTC means. You're going to be able to look at CoinMarketCap and recognize the ticker symbols. It's like when I look at the stock market ticker symbols, it's like reading Greek to me. I wasn't educated on that. But with a cryptocurrency, I'm looking at CoinMarketCap right now. I know what these symbols mean. I know what Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, Litecoin, what those coins are and what the technology behind them represents. See, knowing this information helps you when you are going through your process of where do you want to invest and put your money. We're going to teach you all of that stuff. And the price is only going to be $250 as a customer. $250. You're also going to be able to have an app that's going to give you alerts on trading. So now you have a virtual assistant on top of the knowledge that you gained. We're going to have passive income, earning while you learn. See, for me, I have the mentality of, why do something myself when I can hire somebody else? When I could pay somebody to do it. That's the wealthy mentality. You only have 24 hours in a day. So you have to be mindful on what you're spending those hours doing. Productive work or non-productive work. That's why wealthy people hire maids and gardeners. They're spending their day taking care of their business or letting their money work for them and hire somebody else to do all the other work. That's the whole point. So we're going to show you how to earn passive income. Not from the old lending style companies that we got spoiled with, but doing it the right way. You have control of your money. Your money is not going to be locked up in any company for 6 months or a year or 120 days. You can pull your money out whenever you want to. There's going to be no, we guarantee 1%, 2%. We guarantee 40% a month. None of that talk. That's all illegal. We don't guarantee any of that. We just get you the platform. And then you can see the results for yourself. If it wasn't giving any results, we wouldn't be doing it. All right? That's all we can say about that. And the most important part is people want to be able to wake up, go to sleep and wake up the next morning knowing that the company and their money is still there. That there wasn't some state that did a cease and desist order and the next thing you know, the company decides to pull out of the country. Or the government shuts them down for whatever reason. 100% SEC compliant. We've hired the services of Thompson and Burton PLLC. Yes, that's Kevin Thompson, the #1 MLM attorney. We've also brought on board on our advisory council, Troy Dooley, our MLM and direct sales representative for the field advocate. 100% transparent. You know who we are. You know what the company's about. And we're building this to be a legacy company. We're building this to be the Amway of the crypto space. Because guess what? We're not selling securities. We're not selling mining machines. We're not doing any of that. We're not paying commissions on your investments, which is illegal. We're doing everything 100% the right way. We're not taking shortcuts just to make a quick buck because we want to be here long term. So that's the gist of what we're doing. The details you will learn more about in the next couple of weeks, because again, we don't even go into pre-launch until March. But for those of you that want to be plugged in, you want to get updates. Well, every time I do a Facebook Live, I'm going to share updates. Also, get back to whoever your mentor is, your sponsor in whatever other company. Find out if they're involved and ask them to be put on their list. So when we do go through pre-launch, you're already positioned as one of the early birds. And I have a Facebook group for my team where you can get updates about what's going on. And I'm going to put that link in the chat box. So you want to join that group and you're plugged in, because after we launch, then I'm going to be having we're going to have a separate company private group for members only. For members only. So what about the cost? Because here's the thing, you want to be prepared. Everything's going to happen in Bitcoin. We're paying out commissions in Bitcoin. We're accepting payments in Bitcoin. So you want to be ready. So you've got plenty of time. The cost for our customer is $250. You don't need to recruit to make money. If you want to be a distributor, the cost is $300. If you want to use our Crypto Rhythm platform, meaning have the company trade on your behalf, and you want to be a part of the global pool, then that cost is either going to be $1,000 for a 3-month license, $2,000 for a 6-month license, or $3,000 for the entire year to allow the company to trade on your behalf. So that's the cost. You want to start saving up now. Start saving up now, so that when the time comes and we say, all right, we have opened the doors, we're ready for business. When that time comes and that happens, you'll be able to say, all right, we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm in. I've got my money. Everything is set. And we're good to go. Again, I have a lot of people that listen to me that are part of different businesses, different organizations, and I respect them. So there are no links to sign up, okay? There are no links to sign up yet. So go back to whoever your group is that you're a part of, and especially in different companies. Ask them if they're involved. We want to keep the chain of command. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want people to feel like we're stealing your organization or we're raiding another company. We don't need to do that. In fact, the opposite is happening. We're seeing that a lot of companies that were in the crypto space and for whatever reason they didn't make it, they are now converging over to us, especially the leadership. If you saw the leaders that we have on board, once that becomes public, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what in the world have they put together? Do they have for us? I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are as well, just from the concept alone. So again, like I said, we don't need to raid any company or people. You want to go back to whoever your group was, whatever company you were a part of. If they do not want to be involved, then yeah, then you can come to myself. You can come to anybody in the company. I'm not the company. That's another thing. People want to ask what my role is. My role in the company. I am not a co-owner of the company. I'm not a founder of the company. I am a field leader like everybody else. Everybody has the same opportunity to scream loud and proud just like I am. That's all. I'm just got in early. That's the only difference. You guys have the same opportunity as well to do your thing. And I'm looking for, I got to give, since I said a whole lot, I want to give you the disclaimer. So give me 1 second here, because the disclaimer is very, very important. I appreciate that, Jeremy. Good grief. All right, I'll have to go off of memory for my disclaimer. So here's the disclaimer. Cryptogenics does not guarantee any income or potential earned income. Cryptogenics is not a financial advisory platform. It is an education platform that's also used for entertainment purposes that can help guide you in the right direction. You take this information and you use it as you will. You make investment decisions as consulting your investment advisor first. Cryptogenics is not responsible for any investment decisions you make that don't go the way you want them to go. Right? That's the basic disclaimer. And on our front page, we will have a section where you can download the PDF files from our compliance attorneys, SEC documents, and all that good stuff. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow morning, Crypto Talk is going to be dedicated strictly to the SEC hearing today in Washington. That's what we're going to cover tomorrow morning in detail. So thank you guys for listening tonight. Bitcoin Brandon out. If you came on late, you can go back to the beginning and watch from the beginning. And yes, you can share the presentation. In fact, there will be a new version of the presentation that we will bring out tomorrow. I guess I will go ahead and put the link of this the current presentation. And it is, because like people ask me, well, you don't give too much details. It's vague on purpose, because we haven't even gone into pre-launch yet, which means some things may be subject to change. You got to manage your expectations here. We know we want this like yesterday, but we're going to make sure it's done right, rather than let's just get it out there and try to make a whole bunch of money. We want to make sure it's done right. So we're taking our time. So here is a link to the current presentation that we have if you want to watch it later on. So with that, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Bitcoin Brandon out. See you tomorrow morning. Laker game tonight in 1 hour. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye.